call to order the Cottrellville Township Board for Wednesday, May 13th, 2020 at 7:32. Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll all keep our fingers crossed and prayers for those suffering from this virus. Okay, roll call attendance, please.
Tom?
Here.
Sue?
Here.
Kathy?
Here.
Mary Agnes?
Here.
Sherry?
Here. Okay, we'll start off by telling everyone that we're having this Zoom meeting. Kathy Shu is our treasurer. She's at home right now and she's experiencing it firsthand. So we're gonna try this and see if this is something that we can do in the interim period so we don't miss meetings while all this is going on in the state until the governor releases us. So I need the agenda approval, but I have a
Mary Agnes, did Kathy get these or?
no.
I'm gonna take a snapshot. I'll
Okay.
send it to you, Kathy.
Okay.
Okay, the first item is open to be paid is adding mileage for Nicole Hart, Deputy Treasurer, Accounts Receivable Specialist, Office Manager, in the amount of $17.83. And under F, new business, we have a request by Treasurer Kathleen Shu for approval of the summer tax bills to be printed, folded, and stuffed and mailed first class, pre-sorted in the amount of $1,174.71. Mailing of the postage in the amount of $724.71 to be sent for 1,863 pieces immediately. Item number 6 under new business is request by Trustee Susan Discorner, her letter dated May 10th, but received by the office on May 12th regarding her concern that Michigan revenue sharing is budgeted for $312,618, and due to pandemic, sales tax will be reduced. She's requesting we reduce spending and amend our budget. I don't have on the agenda because I didn't know I would have these documents from the treasurer. She did give us bank reconciliation for Cottrellville Township, and she also gave us a tax account bank reconciliation, and also the cash and investment accounts for March through 3/31/20. So those things will be added as well. We also have a couple of new announcements too, and we'll get those added to the bottom of the agenda. Can we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented with these new items?
I have a couple things. This is Kathy. The bank recs were good through 3/31 of 2020. The other report was the cash summary by fund. I wasn't able to do the update for the cash investments for March, ending March 31st. So that cash summary by fund is the other report.
Okay.
And then you've got the KCI, and Sue already did the revenue sharing. And then I wanted to add to the agenda just the protocols for the reopening of the office.
Okay, we don't have anything written down for that, so we'll put it on item number.
It should be.
I did give Sue and Tom the MTA presentation that we were on today.
Yeah, I think they give you a list of protocols, but should be on the agenda before you open up, I guess. So.
Because we should, I guess you guys need to decide on a coordinator, COVID coordinator, they said, and develop a plan. So it needed to be board approved.
All right, we need a motion to approve the agenda as presented with the additions. I will so move. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion to approve in a second. All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please. Sue? Aye.
Does this, wait, does this include the minutes as well?
No,
Sorry.
this is the approval of the agenda.
Okay,
We haven't done the consent agenda yet.
okay, good, sorry, go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead.
Kathy?
Yes,
Tom?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you very much. The next item is our consent agenda.
sorry. Sorry, go ahead. It's hard on this end. Go ahead.
Something funny? Thanks. Okay, the approval of the Township Board minutes from the regular meeting on Wednesday, March 11th, also a special meeting on March 30th to approve the budget for the year March 31st, ending 2021. Also, the clerk's reports, revenue expenditure report, period reports before beginning March 1st and ending March 31st, and beginning April 1st and ending April 30th. Approval of paychecks, payroll dates from March 1st through April 30th. That's 2 months gross. Totaled in the amount of $57,925.97. We also have approval of accounts payable from March 1st through April 30th. $330.05. We also have 68 checks written. Number 20364 through 20431 in the amount of $423,420.86. We have correspondence for the Marine City fire runs for both March and April 2020. And we also have Ira Township's fire runs for March and April 2020. Do we have we have to have Kathy's reports. She has the bank reconciliation, general checking, with the reconciliation difference of $10.65. And also the bank tax account, which is reconciled to the penny. And that one is dated 3/31. That first one was dated 3/31. We also have all funds, cash and investment accounts from 3/1 to 3/31. And that's, we're missing the investments though, right? The actual, you give me
Right.
the table with all the, that's right. Okay. Can we approve the consent agenda as presented with those items? I'll make a motion to approve this consent agenda as presented with those items. All in favor signify by saying aye, please.
I wanted to say something about the minutes. That's part of the consent agenda, right?
Great. Which minute?
Okay. The March 30th board
Okay.
meeting, when we approved, it will be on the second page at the top, page 2. It says we suggested continuing on the funds till a later time. That's the gist of it. It's the first paragraph.
Can you read the direction again?
Page 2.
Okay.
You see where, yeah, second page of March 30th. We did agree to approve the budget, but we also mentioned that we wanted to see the expense in the police fund and the difference in the sewer fund. Right. We never expensed the police fund. We never did anything in the budget for the police fund. We never expensed anything.
No, right.
Right? Okay. So that for the minutes, that should be in the minute because that was what we based moving forward with the second part of the budget. And also when we
What do you
looked
want
at
added or subtracted in? I'm not getting your drift.
well, as a board, we agreed at the March 30th meeting because of COVID-19 that we would go ahead with the budget as presented. But I did make a point for the minutes that we had not expensed anything out of police fund and the sewer fund operations and the appropriations. You did enter that there was 90,000 on an incorrect line, but the difference of what in the sewer fund is $136,000 next year as opposed to this year. So there's a big difference there, not just 90,000. So that was a question I had as well. So I guess I want to point out and make it part of the minutes that we still need to expense the police fund. That was supposed to be done, and we can review it, or you guys can review it in the future. And the other thing was there's a big difference in the sewer fund appropriations. And I was just curious, as you said, Chris told you to put those items down. So just wanted to point out.
Okay, so there's 136,000 you want changed from what line item to what line item?
Well, the difference in activity in the sewer operations under appropriations for this upcoming year, 20 to 21, is $136,000 more than last year. And I asked about that when we were in the meeting to approve the budget. And you had said that Chris told you to put those, you hand wrote.
90,000 I explained was what we're going to spend on trying to get this work done for the sewers.
No, it's not just the 90,000. That's just one line item. That was put in correctly under mowing. But the total appropriations for all the accounts under appropriations for sewer is $136,000 more than last year. And I was just wondering why. And we brought that up at the approval of the budget when we had a meeting on the 30th of March. And so those were some things that should have been in the minutes.
Okay, well, I didn't get it in there because I can't think of what it was that we were doing. I know that there was a $90,000.
Right. Well, I definitely made the point and asked that it be in the minutes, I believe, that we did not expense the police fund, so that's not in there. And there is more than $90,000 difference in the sewer. So, you know, I just, as a board member, I had asked about that. So I think that should be clarified. We're going to have a public hearing, correct, in the future?
Right.
Okay, yeah. That's all I have.
All right, and you gather what she wants to change in the minutes. All right, we'll get them changed in you ready? Okay. Roll
Yep.
call. We're gonna need a roll call vote for the consent agenda with the changes. Please.
Sue,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Sherry, yes.
Okay, motion carried. Thank you very much. All right. Is there anybody in the audience that wants to go to the podium and speak? If not, forever hold your peace. It is 7:52. All right. The next item, there's no unfinished business. We're going into new business. First item is the approval of the COVID-19 resolution number 2020-01, St. Clair County Road Commission work orders in the amount of $25,798, approved in writing by mail. This is the first meeting that it can be confirmed into the record. And for the record, I have changed from a COVID resolution, because we were doing those separately, to a regular resolution number 2020-05, and it would be approved tonight. Everybody knows what that's about. I don't know, do we want to suspend the reading of it, or do everybody at home know what this is, or what do you want to do? All right, resolution to allow written requests for actions by the Cottrellville Township Board concerning township business during the interim period of the governor's mandate to hold no public meetings of 10 or more people. This written vote is to direct the supervisor to continue handling business with the permission of the board until such time as a regular meeting can be held in public and televised as usual, which is what we're doing. Once the meeting's been held in public, the decisions for the vote will be voted on and become a record of the regular meeting for posterity. So this is going to be the COVID resolution 2020-01, but it's going to be changed over to 2020 regular resolution 2020-05. Whereas Cottrellville Township has been honoring the governor's mandate of no public meetings of over 10 people, and because we are still under the mandate until April 30th. Whereas the St. Clair County Road Commission is attempting to line up work for our township for the summer and is required to purchase certain size culverts for certain areas of our township and to receive the discount for volumes of materials in order to pass this on to us, and they provide us with certain work orders for said work. Item number 1 was Cross Road Tube Culvert on Marsh Road, 915 feet south of Plank Road for the estimated cost of $6,911. Should this work order be approved? All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please.
Tom,
Yes.
Kathy,
Did we lose Kathy?
I have to say no. I don't agree with how it was written up. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Sue,
Yes.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Jerry,
Yes. Motion carried. Next item was number 2, Cross Road Culvert Replacement on McKinley Road, 1,280 feet south of Broadbridge Road for the estimate of $3,887. Shall this work order be approved? All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote.
Sue,
Is this a cross tube or? I don't know where it is.
Yes, a crossroad too.
Is it at Shayla?
No, it's on McKinley Road, but it's south of Broadbridge. So it's down by you, isn't it, Kathy?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Down by Chartier someplace.
yeah, I didn't even know. That's why I didn't know.
Okay.
Marshall between-
One of the items that we're having failures with, but it is a crossroad too.
It's one that Mike brought to our attention.
Mm-hmm. These are the things we discussed when we went on that.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that.
Just don't know where it would be, but yes,
Okay.
Tom,
Yes.
Kathy,
Is this part of the extension of this other 2020-05?
Yes.
Or is this
yes.
a whole, I can't tell from my packet. Is it separate or is that part of that?
It's the one that's written in red. And you got F1?
Yeah, I say no, not until, no.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Jerry,
Yes. Okay, motion carried. Thank you very much. Item number 3 is rubber craft repair to Marsh Road between Marine City Highway and Chartier Road for the estimated cost of $15,000. Shall this work order be approved? By roll call vote, please.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Sue,
yes.
Kathy,
No.
Tom,
Yes.
Jerry,
Yes. Thank you very much. Another one passed. Whereas the Marine City Fire Authority has prepared the proposed budget for submission to each participating municipality and is waiting for permission to initiate the budget for the approval of the Cottrellville Township Board, we are hereby allowing the voting of this budget by board members of the township in writing. Item number 4 is approval of the proposed budget for the Marine City Fire Authority in the amount of $387,800 for the 2021 fiscal year. So shall this budget be approved? All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please.
Sue,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Kathy,
No.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Jerry,
Yes. Motion carried. Thank you very much. Be it resolved that the Township Board of Township of Cottrellville, County of St. Clair, State of Michigan authorizes the supervisor and the clerk to sign the work orders for the St. Clair County Road Commission to prepare their schedule and order necessary materials to perform certain work described as approved by each board member who participates in this manner. Written voting shall be circling. We've already done that. This was certified. Okay. So the approval of the whole resolution number 2020-05, just do a blanket order to approve that by roll call vote.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Sue, Kathy,
Which one are we on, guys? I couldn't hear what you're saying.
Same one.
Which one?
Resolution 2020-05 is dated today.
I voted no on all of them, so no. That's part of that one, no.
Yes.
Jerry, yes.
Okay, motion approved. All right. Next item is the approval of COVID-19 Resolution 2020-02, a resolution to allow the waiving of late fees on water and or sewer bills and suspension of shut-off notices for water for citizens in our community during this COVID-19 response. We have a resolution, it's another COVID resolution 2020-02, resolution to allow the waiving of late fees on water and or for sewer bills and suspension of shut-off notices for water for citizens in our community during the COVID-19 response. The first notice was supplied by the Administrator Services Manager, Senior Citizen Village Administrator for the County of St. Clair. Since that notice was out, several local communities, including Clay Township and Kimball Township, advised that they were waiving and suspending late fees and shut-off notices at this time. Whereas the Cottrellville Township Board has been honoring the governor's mandate of no public meetings, and whereas we are still operating under the mandate under May 15, 2020. Whereas the local communities are also waiving late fees on water and or sewer bills and suspending the shut-off notices and shutting off of water, Cottrellville Township Board would also wish to join the ranks and honor those same items until such time as the Township Board sees fit to return to normal invoice charges, late payments and shut-off notices for Cottrellville Township residents. At the regular meeting held today, May 13, 2020 at 7:30, the Cottrellville Township Board, with all 4 members present and 1 member zooming in from her residence, the following people were accounted for. And we're all listed here. We have the following motion was offered by and supported by to approve the COVID-19 2020-02, in which Cottrellville Township is waiving late fees in water and sewer, suspending shutoffs for water for homes in Cottrellville until COVID-19 crisis is winding down and most residents have returned to work per the governor's executive orders. We have a roll call vote, please, after we have someone make a motion to support the allowing of this resolution, COVID-19 resolution 2020-02.
Who's gonna determine an end date? Because this could go on for a year at least.
We have a motion on the floor, please. I will make that offer. We have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion by me, supported by Sherry, to approve this resolution as written. All in favor signify by saying aye, please. If I roll call vote.
This is for individuals, not the trailer park community, right?
It's just residences, what I wrote.
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Sherry, yes.
Sherry, thank you. It does not include businesses, just residences. What was your question? Nicole?
Well, Shangri-La are residents, so
Yeah,
I
but he's a
know.
business.
I know it gets billed business. But I was just saying, for an end date, are you guys gonna meet again to decide when to
We'll lift it.
put them back on?
Okay. Next item is information from Bart Schutt dated April 29th, explains with documentation which determines the 2020 operating millage for the Cottrellville Township. This includes forms L4029, L4034, L4028, and L4022 to the Michigan Department of Treasury. Request that this information be accepted and filed for our record. I would so move to place this on file.
I'll support.
We have a motion to support. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Aye.
Yeah.
Hearing nays, hearing none, motion carried. Thank you. Kathy, did you vote?
I said yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
That's okay.
Request for smoke testing proposal for Cottrellville Township Sewer System by Cottrellville Township Engineer, Project Control Engineering Incorporated, in the amount of $67,200. Questions and answers attached for review. Mr. Chris Hilton is here. He's our DPW superintendent for Cottrellville. If you want to, you're gonna have to turn around and poke your hand so he can talk. You can stay where you are if you want to.
Yeah, this is basically, it's kind of a continuation of the SAW grant that the township had completed a couple years ago. At that time, a lot of the sewer was cameraed. Not 100% of it was done. The camera work was pretty thorough, but it doesn't show us where we're having infiltration. The sewer system has a ton of infiltration. As Nick can attest, anytime we have a rain event, we're flooded out. The system's completely flooded. We get pop cans, we get Sunrise cups, 32-ounce cups in the sewer system. There's no way that should be in the system. So those are coming in through different areas. What the smoke testing will do is it will expose illegal connections in yards, drains hooked up, downspouts, broken sewers. We know area around Roberts Road, there's something going on around there that's allowing a lot of things coming in. Nick just pulled a bunch of stones out of pumps ago that are getting in there. So
You think it's coming in from the state park?
we're not entirely sure. We're thinking it's down that bike path area. That's going to be the first area. This is going to be done in 5 phases. We can choose to do individual phases. They're priced out in the quote. We get a discount if we do all phases. All phases is the entire township from Roberts Road all the way through to Kmart. And we're going to include the trailer park as well, because the trailer park, as I think everybody knows, has a ton of infiltration. So we're going to kind of expose that. This smoke testing comes with reports. I just finished up some areas in another township smoke testing, and we found some interesting things there. That's definitely going to help our system there, and I really think Cottrellville Township will benefit.
I'm sure they will. This was what we were talking about, getting some money together for that.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's obviously it's a big chunk of money, but it's we spend.
It should be a big chunk of savings.
I wish I could tell you how much money we spend yearly on infiltration. I mean, our sewer compared to our water, it depends on the year. A wet year, we'll triple, quadruple easily our water usage in sewer. So that shouldn't happen.
No, just
We know.
about the sewer fund.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be out of sewer.
Okay, and we have.
That was one of the line items that Kathy was questioning.
Okay.
When would this start and how long would it take to do?
When would it start? It's easier to answer.
To do the whole thing, Chris.
I've been in touch with PCE. They just wrapped up my project in Ira Township, and they are ready to start when the township's ready to approve. If you approve tonight, honestly, they may be on the job on Monday morning. To do Station 5, is we call Station 5 is Roberts Road Station. That's where they're going to start, because to us, that's when we get a rain, that station's flooded out now. It floods out immediate. So that's
the biggest infiltration, but that's the cheapest one on the list.
Because the cheapest one, 'cause it's the smallest district. When we call them by district, and they're basically taking the lineal footage of each area, and that's how they determine the cost per area. So realistically, to work from Roberts Road all the way down to Kmart makes sense, but I may have them work Roberts Road, and then we might skip and go right over to Kmart section, because that's the next, I don't want to say the next vulnerable section, because Station 3, which is in AJ's parking lot there, that's another vulnerable area for us. So 4 is usually pretty good. 2,
What area is the trailer park in?
trailer park Station 1, that would be Kmart Plaza area. That would be, like I said, I would like to do 5 first, and then
1?
I'll have to talk to them and see if it makes sense for them to do that. I don't know why it wouldn't, because like I said, we've sectioned them off in 5 different sections. So the thought was that we'd only do just 1 this year and then 5 this year, maybe just do 2 sections. But if they're already moving through and we can budget for it, we can do it, it makes sense to do them all. And this, just so you know too, because you guys are going to start getting calls, and the office is going to have to deal with some things. Yeah, we have to, when we notify, we'll send out. It's tricky, because you'd like to give your homeowners as much notice as possible that there's going to be smoke coming, but you don't want to give them too much, because there's a lot of people out there that are doing shady stuff. And if I tell them 2 weeks in advance, it gives them a lot of time to fix things that may not be right. So what I found worked out best is we notify them the day before. Some people are going to complain about it. The smoke that we use is non-toxic. There's a sheet that'll go along with it. There's really no danger with the smoke. It is odd if you have something that's not right in your house and you get smoke coming into the house. There'll be a crew of people out there in the areas that they're working. People will know they're there. There's going to be lights and signs and a lot of things happening. So that's how we'd like to notify people. But the next phase is, once we find things that are an issue, now we have enforcement. So now we have to follow up with letters to homeowners. We found these items in your system that need to be taken care of. There are going to be items that are our responsibility. So we have to understand that we're going to spend money to spend money.
this stuff, is this already in our ordinance, so we don't have to worry about?
Yeah, we do have some language in the ordinance that is enforcement for illegal connections,
Okay.
illicit discharge, stuff like that. So we do have enforcement action. There's a lot of people that don't know what's going on. I mean, some people don't understand that your sump pump shouldn't go into your sanitary sewer. Some people don't understand why.
We do them all, sorry to interrupt you, Chris, if we do them all, is it gonna overwhelm you guys?
Yeah, 100%, without question. It really will.
Overwhelm you guys with trying for enforcement.
Yeah.
If we go through all this at once, would you prefer time in between the zones, so that you can handle one zone at a time?
That's the theory.
Follow up on it?
If the board chooses to do all this and they approve it, then we can work with PCE in timing. Like, we'll have them do section 5, and then I'll tell them, look, you have to give me some time to enforce this area, because you're right. I mean, if we do the whole stretch, we could be completely overwhelmed with issues. And we're gonna find our own issues that we have to take care of, which, you know, to be honest, that we just don't have the budget money to fix everything at once. So that'll help show what we gotta do. And we've also talked about projects that we're gonna have to do with the lift stations, upgrades. So this is sort of the next phase to see where our system is, what condition it is, so that when we do come, because we're gonna come to you for a project to do all new sewer lift stations in the not too distant future. So this investigative work is gonna help us show you that, look, we have to do all these lift stations and these repairs, so that you have a complete system when we're done.
So this is coming out of the sewer fund, so the people that are on the sewer are actually ones paying.
Correct, 100%. The sewer
So
fund
they
pays
should be
for,
all on board for this,
yeah, oh, they are.
because it's gonna save them a lot of money in the future.
We have residents that thank us when we're doing, different things out there that are on the sewer system, because they know it's gonna cost the money. I think Nick had talked to somebody that thanked them for raising the rates, which, I didn't know if that lump his head or what, but
It doesn't happen.
it's good when you hear that, because that shows them that we're trying to, we've raised the rates multiple times, and so now we're starting to collect money. So really what we're doing is we're trying to reinvest back into the system now that we have some revenue coming in. This is sort of the first step.
If we agree to this, because it's $9,250 difference between signing for the whole thing
Yeah.
and doing it in zones. So if we agree to go with the cheaper rate to save the township money.
Yep.
Will they work with us just knowing that they've got the job?
100%, yeah.
You'll still direct them doing what you got?
I had that discussion with them yesterday, letting them know that, because they have another project, they're doing some work in Clay Township too, so they have a camera crew that goes out.
Okay.
So we're gonna work together. They can come do some smoke testing, then they'll go camera work for a while. And
Okay.
then, just to make sure it makes sense, because if we get huge rains, we don't really want to smoke test around that time, because we have submerged things that we're not gonna find. So, a little drier time is better for us, so.
What about, where does this fall? I have a question,
Yep.
please. Okay. Not that I don't think, I believe it's necessary, just like I think the roads are necessary, but again, I have a question about the budget. We did not approve the sewer yet. So where does this fall in the sewer budget? What's the total to Cottrellville right now as it stands, and where is that in the budget?
Did I not give you a copy of the smoke testing proposal in your packet?
No, I'm not talking about that. It's gonna cost Cottrellville money, correct, to have this done? What is the amount that it's gonna cost Cottrellville Township in the sewer fund? And we did not approve the sewer fund yet.
Well, there was,
67,200.
there's enough money
What's-
in there right now,
That was the line item for the, what was it, the 90 or
90,000. We asked for 100, we can only squeeze out 90.
Right, that's what part of
What is the cost as it stands right now to have the smoke testing done for Cottrellville? I'm just, How much?
67,200. The 90,000 was a budgetary number, and when it came in, when they finally got us the quote for it came in at 67,200.
okay.
It was all under the
yeah.
same contract.
I agree that it needs to be done, but being that I'm on my way out the door, this is my last meeting, and being that I can't be in the office to look at things on as far as expenses or whatever, that's why I'm voting no to any increases. And I just want to point out, that's why I'm voting no, because I can't see yet a complete budget approved by the board. So I don't think I should vote to pay for things until I see a budget that's been approved.
All right, are there any other questions, concerns? All right, well, we'll entertain a motion to approve this smoke testing proposal in the amount of $67,200 to save the township the $9,250 that the difference is in doing the zones individually or as one whole project. Do we have a motion to approve? Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. We have a motion and a second to approve $67,200. All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please.
Sue? Aye. Tom?
Yes.
Mary Ann?
Yes. Kathy?
No.
Sherry? Yes. Okay, motion approved. Thank you very much. And thank you, Chris, for coming in and giving us the background on it.
Well, can I get one more question on it? Well,
Sure.
Because the office is closed, there are gonna be, I don't know where do calls come in right now when if somebody calls the office?
I'm here 9 to noon.
Okay,
They'll come in the main line and then they can push a department.
we'll have our phone numbers on there, on all notices and everything that go out, but I just want, whatever notices we send out, we'll be here in the office so that I want everybody to have them. And also police, fire, everybody will also know, but I just wanna make sure. Okay.
Put her extension on.
Okay, but we'll have our cell phone numbers on there, and then there'll also be a field contact for project controls.
Well, I got you here. This thing that you gave me for service agreement, is that something you want to discuss tonight, or do you want to just let me chew on it a while?
Well, maybe when, at the end, if I could just comment on it, and then the
Okay,
board
because I
can
don't know
get.
anything about it. You have to start from the beginning. I just got it this morning, so.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we get, either way, I want to make everybody.
Well, I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I didn't have a chance to go through it yet, and I don't let anybody vote on anything till they have all the.
No, let's not vote, let's have that on the next meeting.
Okay, we'll put it on the next one.
Perfect.
Okay, all right, let's see what else we got here. All right, now, we gotta go through 5. Under new business, we had Kathy, Treasurer Kathy, she was request for approval of summer tax bills to be printed, folded, and stuffed and mailed first class. The pre-sort amount in the amount of $1,174.71, of which $724.71 is to be sent immediately for postage. I'd like to approve the entire amount so that when it's ready to go, we have that. Do we have a motion to approve this KCI invoice or estimate for the tax bills for summer?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion by Kathy and a second by our clerk, Sherry. All in favor, because we're spending money again. Please, you have a question?
No, I got Sherry's name.
All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please. Tom?
Yes.
Sue? Yes. Mary Ann? Yes. Kathy?
Yes.
Gary? Yes. Okay, motion carried. Thank you very much. The next item is a request by trustee Susan Biscorn for her letter of May 10th. We got it yesterday morning regarding the concern that she has for Michigan revenue sharing is budgeted at $312,618. And due to the pandemic, she's concerned the sales tax will be reduced. She is requesting that we reduce our spending and amend our budget tonight, I guess. She wants to look at hourly wages, salaried wages, office supplies, and contracted services. Well, if you can control contracted services, we don't have any sewer or water breaks, I kiss you.
Well, as
I would
far
too.
as getting people to do something that we don't need to, you know, that we think about it down the line. And like, could they do like a percentage of everybody's pay right now? I mean, because if you hear on TV, like the governor and mayors and everybody's taking pay cuts. I know that you don't want to take 25% pay cut. I mean,
I did have a conference call today with the county treasurer, And they did say that the one that we already got is gonna be normal, but the next 2 checks are gonna be about 50%. And they don't know after that.
Which is gonna,
They said that it's going to continue, it could possibly continue on
Yeah,
for June and August, and then it's up in the air and from that point on, and it's just going to depend. So they're really asking all municipalities to review their budgets. And that comes in through the general fund. That's the general fund revenue. So that doesn't have to do with the sewer or water or anything. That has to do with the township general fund. And right now our balance is all around 40,000 after our proposed budget. Our remaining amount in the general fund once we go with whatever we budgeted for the year. So I get what you're saying, Sue. They just want everybody to be aware that we're gonna, as a township, even for the residents, it's gonna be a reduction.
because in our budget, we get, well, our budget, what, 540,000 or something? And the money that we get from the state, sales tax and revenues is over 300,000. And if that gets cut by half, then we're gonna have money to work with. So what are we gonna cut?
Aren't you glad we got millages for road and for fire protection?
Yeah.
You know what mess we would be in if we hadn't passed that?
Because now we can do that.
So you know.
But then we have to figure out where else, where can we cut?
oh, and the other thing to add on to that is in that meeting, when collecting taxes, there is a bill out there right now, it has not passed, that we're not gonna be able to charge any interest on any late
Right.
tax payments, or I don't know if that includes our admin fee. It's not passed or anything yet, but they said to just be aware.
Oh, well, I hope it's.
They said that
Yeah.
said that may take 27 months to recover that
Yeah.
amount of interest for all municipalities. So just to be on the lookout that that's coming, and as a board, I'm going to be a resident as of tomorrow, but, I'll still be concerned. I'm a resident.
All right, well, you want to chew on this till next month?
That's why I don't want to spend any money. That's why I don't think we should spend any more money until the budget's reviewed.
Well,
And those were on the updates.
We had some ideas. I wish you'd have given this to me a week ago. We could have, I've got some things.
Well, Mary Agnes, those were on the updates that have been coming down to the state. I read those maybe a month ago myself. So they've been coming down through the MTA and all the state websites, and
Everybody's been notified.
Well, yeah, I figured I could get them too, but I never in a million years thought you'd want to, I mean, we got a skeleton crew now as we are, and I haven't missed a single day since this happened. I'm not losing any hours.
Maybe you
I'm
guys
moving
should
forward.
have a budget workshop or something to discuss those
Because
issues.
I don't think we should wait another month, because in the meantime,
Well,
we're spending money.
I think if you'll just wait till we get some time, I'll have my stuff in order for you to look at. And we can have a special meeting for that if you'd like, for, like she says, a budget workshop, if that's all right with everybody else.
Yeah, we get an idea of how much we're gonna be cutting, and how much we could be short,
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, if they said half, so we're getting
Potentially
52,
150.
we're getting 52,000 every 2 months, so if it comes down to 20, to 12, or 25, I mean, that's not gonna be, that's 50 grand, you're gonna miss one payment, so it's gonna be. But, 50,000 is still a lot of money. But we'll,
And we don't know how long they'll keep on going.
no,
Yeah.
no.
So, who's paying sales tax?
As far as I know, though, there's also in the works at the federal level that they're going to make up for it to the state, so that because they know that a lot of townships as small as ours, that's what we depend on.
Right, yeah.
So, it's just gotta come down from the federal level, so.
Because that's more than
But we
half
can-
of what
But we can
our budget.
kick this around.
Okay, well, if you can get ideas on how to do this.
Well, give me 10 days.
I could take 10%, but, but I mean, just to do percentage or something. We have
Well,
to-
we gotta make it worthwhile if we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You're talking about 100,000.
It'd be nice, well,
10%.
I know,
But
I know, yeah.
Well, it's almost 3,000 a year. It's $6,000, 5,700, I think. That's a lot of money. For 30 minutes meetings once a month.
Well, I think we do a little bit more than that.
Well, I sure would like to see it if you did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go under announcements if there's anything else.
We had that other agenda item that was added for the COVID coordinator for the office to have a plan.
Okay. Program that we launched yesterday from MTA said that we should have a office coordinator. Unless you've got any objection, I think that should be me because I've been doing most of the work anyway. And put all the stuff together for that. Yeah.
In that presentation, they suggested it not be the supervisor.
Yeah, well, this is a small town and when I say I'm gonna do something, I do it, so. And, I've already paid for all that stuff out of my own pocket and it doesn't cost the township a dime. So I think what we should do is allow me to continue what I'm doing and we are all set.
What are you doing, Mary Agnes? What is it that you're doing for, what has been approved and posted for the cleanliness of the office?
I've been letting people into the office. I go to the door.
I heard you.
I've got all the,
You have one.
you're talking out of order. Would you please hold yourself one?
I have something to say. I'm Kathy. Listen, I know that supplies are short. I understand that. The board approved a schedule that we were going to go by. That was violated by everybody. I've been told there's been people other than the essential critical people in the office. And that was the reason, one of the main reasons I stayed away. I didn't feel, I have my own personal reasons why I can't come in. The only days that I came in were after Kathy cleaned on a weekend, the last 2 Sundays that she cleaned prior to payday, because I had to. But I knew I'd be by myself. But I think it would be good for the residents and the officials to have something posted. And I believe by the order, you have to have something in writing and it has to be posted. I didn't feel safe coming in. I still don't.
Get together as soon as we get through this meeting here. We've been kind of busy.
You can talk to me.
Well,
It does work.
yeah, okay.
I have never seen you with a mask on that.
Susie,
I've been in, this is the fourth time I've
I
seen
am
you
so
without
sorry
a
that you
mask.
need to interrupt me, but I'm going to try and talk here. I bought all of these, and I got a whole case at home. These are masks, and then these are masks that I had made for the girls. I made them all kind of pretty, so they have something. I paid for those. I got 1,000 gloves. I bought these. Everyone has one of these on their desk. It's hand sanitizer. It's foam. It's something new.
I didn't get one.
You didn't get one?
No.
We must not have been here when I handed them out then. But that's what I put together. There was one other thing I did. Oh, I ordered a thermometer so we can test everyone that comes in because we're supposed to find out and ask you if you're sick. In case you don't want to.
Mary Agnes, did you ask Bev Kopek yesterday? Did she come in the office?
No, she did not. She was right at the door.
Is that true, everybody else? Sherry, is that true?
Yeah.
Bev was not in here.
Michelle?
She
Was
came to the door. She came to the door and then Sherry went around and asked, because Bev asked, can I come in? And I said, what does she need to come in for? And Sherry went around and said, I don't know, let me ask if she can come in. And Mary Agnes said, I don't have a problem with her coming in, but she never did come in.
I didn't let her come in.
Okay.
But there was a man who came in later asking about a building and he came into the door and he was in the vestibule area.
He was outside, you talking about Greg?
I don't know, there was another one.
He was outside, on the side of the lady that was there.
I personally have not seen anybody that should not be in here in the building.
Okay. Why is the door open?
It's
Is that-
not.
It's not?
Locked, they have to ring a bell, and sometimes we've talked through the door, we've talked through the window. We've opened the door and handed out paper when we needed to, but no, the door's
The
locked.
gentleman didn't come in the office building?
I've seen no one inside of the building. At the door, yes. In the building, no.
Okay.
All right, so does someone want to make a motion to make me the?
It's very confusing, is all I've got to say. I think you should make it more clear, and I think you should post something. Post the standards that you're gonna go by as a board, but
The way of what? Oh, something what? Oh,
you're supposed to approve what you're going to be doing to reopen the office, Mary Agnes. It's supposed to be approved by the board.
we will take that. All right. Does anyone object to my being the coordinator?
I do,
Okay.
if you're not supposed to be. Then
It did not say
No, it didn't say
supervisors were not supposed to be.
It says,
It said that the board is the employer and the board
right,
should
it,
vote on it.
it suggests, the lawyer said that he did not suggest that the supervisor be that person.
Well, that's because most supervisors don't do anything.
Give it to me, I'll do it.
That's all right.
Why did he say that he didn't want a supervisor to be the coordinator?
I don't know, I'd have to go back, I don't have my, I gave my sheets out.
That's wrong with the home.
I'll make a motion for Mary Agnes to be the board.
Item 7. Under new business. Can't be it.
And it says appoint a backup too.
The coordinator does what?
To oversee and administer the plan of the opening the office. And what you can and can't do, people wearing masks, are we gonna allow them in? Should they have a mask on or not? If you're gonna allow the bathrooms to be open to the public, to putting plexiglass to, shield us.
We've already did plexiglass already, it should be here in a couple weeks. Probably by the time that they will reduce this.
Are you
I'd be
still
happy to
sticking
be
with
the
the
backup.
same schedule? Are you still sticking with
Well,
the same schedule?
It's impossible. I mean, we try to, Kathy, but when you've got water bills to go out and water payments coming in, and it's impossible to stick to 6 hours a week.
Well, just for your information, you might want to check around at other municipalities and maybe find out what they're doing, because places like China operate with one person in the office, except for Bill, who I believe comes in from time to time. East China operates their whole township with 2 people. They don't have any different equipment. They still have to put out water bills. Maybe they have some suggestions. I personally just feel that, and I have a different outlook, obviously, than everybody else, but I think you're confusing essential critical with immune, because I don't see why you have to have that many people in the office during COVID-19, personally. I don't understand that, but if you're going to reopen and you're not going to change it, that's what you do.
We have a motion on the floor, do we have a second?
The opening, you're just putting together a plan for it,
We're not voting on a plan, no.
you're not voting on the plan, you're just putting together a plan.
Yeah.
The county also said that they were going to, even if they do open it up after, the 1st of June, that they are not going to be doing face-to-face transactions up there at the county treasurer's office either. They're going to continue this on. And she basically said they haven't run across a transaction that they've had to do face-to-face. Anything can be done other ways.
We have some, Sherry and I have been talking, some stuff that we're gonna get lined up here, but, you know, we didn't, like I said.
I mean, I've been
we're trying to
asking
get
it since March, so.
So, yeah, but, you know, we're out to week 2, so, and we're going on.
I'm so sharing.
Yeah.
I was out because I was told to stay home, not because I was sick or anything.
No, okay. All right, well, do we have a second, Tom, or not?
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Roll call vote, please.
What is the motion?
It need to be the coordinator. There's the Sue. No. Kathy.
No.
Okay. Yes. Jerry. Yes. Tom.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Okay,
You're gonna do a backup too?
we did a backup.
I'll be the
she
backup.
volunteered. Okay.
I see the door easiest of everybody.
Mary, I thought you had a treasurer line.
Yes, we do that.
Oh, but you could.
Okay, we have, with Kathy resigning, and we placed an ad in the Voice newspaper, we've gotten, one, resume already in. So, I just want to make that announcement. Also, the public meetings, switching to Zoom meetings until the governor allows more than 10 people in the building, with us. We're asking for additional hours for Deputy Clerk Michelle, so she can assist me in getting things coordinated and set up for these meetings when we need to do them. She's also working with Mr. Paulding, and who offered to help me. So that when we place our meetings, they'll still be on TV for the YouTube and for township website, and for them to post it as one of their regular things. So I think that's all I have. Is it any, I mean, the other thing is,
Are you going to have a meeting to appoint a new treasurer, or?
yes, we will. The next meeting
I just have
for
to talk
June.
about tax deadlines and things like that.
Right. We hope that the next meeting will be June, but with you wanting another one, or everyone wanting another budget, to go over some of this stuff, we'll have one before that. So as soon as I can.
Well, I'm the one that resigned, and I know I put the effective date, you guys approved it for the 15th of May. So officially, if you don't have a treasurer in the office, you know, you can't disperse anything.
Right.
So
we know
did you
that.
guys, okay, so legally, you cannot disperse, or Nicole can't do anything as the deputy treasurer.
Yes,
She's
we
no
understand.
longer the deputy treasurer.
Right, we got that.
Okay, you understand that, right? It's illegal to have anybody else do it.
Yes, I understand you, Kathy. Thank you.
Okay.
We want to thank for everyone that's been dealing with the township during this crisis, and being patient with us getting back with them when there's different people working different shifts. So with that, I'd like to say goodbye to Kathy Shue, thank her for her service, and wish her well.
Well, I'd like to say something.
You have the floor.
Okay. I just wanted to say that I've learned a lot working these last few years. I wish I didn't have to resign, but I do. I didn't feel that I can contribute the hours needed to do the job duties as treasurer. I did contact our auditors and let them know where we stood as far as all of our cash, and we're after 3.5 years or whatever, you're starting out, whoever's going to be treasurer doesn't have to go back and make any corrections that I'm aware of. They start out with the reconciliations to $0 on the tax and $10 on the general. And that probably is just a small error. So I do want to emphasize that as moving forward, something's going to have to be decided. I know I put everybody on a spot by doing this, but I had no choice. So as long as the whole board's aware that any transactions after the 15th, you know, I don't know what else to say. So I just wish well for Cottrellville Township, and thank you.
Thank you. Anyone want to say anything? Susie?
I already have some.
Huh?
No, sorry to see you later, Kathy.
Yep.
And we'll have you didn't want to say anything, did you, Carol? Okay, how about, motion for adjournment at 8:39? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carried.